What's going on, and welcome back to another YouTube episode. Today's going to be another beginner guide. We're going to build two things, some debris or some clutter. One is going to be kind of just a tree falling down, and the second one's going to be a campfire. So right now we're going to get that underway. I hope this video is reaching you well. Hope you're enjoying yourself, and leave a like and a comment below if you're enjoying yourself or you have questions or anything. And again, you can catch me live on Twitch Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time till 8 o'clock at night. So, other than building housing things, I like to also build clutter around my map. And I have like clutter, little scenery, little fishing ponds, trees falling, a little place where they cut wood, like a little axe, wood piles. I kind of just try to take advantage of everything and build everything inside and outside the house. Considering you can't build the houses, you can only decorate the outsides and the insides, the exteriors, with the paint and the roof and stuff like that. So I tend to build a bunch of these debris or kind of clutter. I guess if you played Sims 4, this would be considered like kind of cluttery items. Or just something to fill the outside in with, you know, till we get the farming upgrade in July. Because we do have plants and you can make kind of like a little bit of a farm, but I like to also make fences and little lampposts and just stuff like this. Just like little decorative items that just kind of feel like they fit in the nature area, right? Like kind of like a tree fell down. You got some rocks around it. As you can see, I'm putting some rocks up right now. And just like to clutter my land with a bunch of stuff like this, as well as I like to make pathing. Because not only are you restricted to you're not restricted to just inside items or, you know, just things that go interior to a house or something like that. You also have the outside that you can build. So I also find myself building little things like this. And again, if you like any of this, you can check out my Steam page. You can check out my Instagram. You can check out my Twitter. All the links are below and at the end of the video. So there you go. There's the fallen tree. So we're going to take this outside and check it out. And the campfire, we had a little bit of a problem because, again, with the snap problem and the building glitch, I had to actually mess with it a couple times and refix it. But as you can see, there's another tree to the left of me right there. So that's another bit of debris, as well as the tree planters and those paths I made. And if you need any help or you have any questions or you want me to upload any of these items to my shop, my creator code is on the bottom on the left. If you need any specific thing that you see in the video, just send me a message in the Discord or here, and I will upload the pieces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of build a campfire, little cozy campfire. It also works. Again, another one of those little scenery debris. You really can't sit on this thing, so it's more of a visual item, which I could have made a bench out of it, but the thing about the bench is you will interact with the bench, but I can't really predict where the bench is going to be, so you would kind of sit on the campfire itself, so it didn't make sense. So to make it as a debris item seemed to be the right idea here. So you can see me kind of setting up the rocks around, and it looks kind of like eggs. So if anybody wants any Easter eggs, you got a bunch right here. And I toyed with it a bunch, and eventually, like I said, when I get out of the build mode, I had to do some other stuff and then open up the blueprint again. I had to get I think a couple of paints or whatever it was for this to kind of just cap it off. I'll show you at the end. I won't tell you so you can watch through it. I, again, shut the thing, saved it, opened it back up, and it kind of scattered my rocks because, as you see, I'm making the campfire out of free mode. So that means that when the bug will, again, snap all the items back into snap position, and you won't be able to save it in the freehand mode, which, if you don't know what free mode is, hit tab or left click on your analog stick in, and it will let you freely pull pieces around in small increments rather than snap into the grid that they have designed for you. But again, when you save and you open up your project, it becomes a problem, you know. So that could be a problem for you. So you can see that I'm starting to build a campfire. I kind of got like the spigot or whatever that is. Not the spigot. The spigot would go on kind of like something you drink. I don't know what that would be called. If somebody, you could correct me in the bottom. But that would be like where you would roast, I don't know. I don't know if you'd roast hamburgers. I think you'd roast like more like a pig or something on that. But you could, just for the visual effect, you know, it kind of, just kind of going to go with it. Obviously, not going to put hot dogs on that. That looks like that might be a little bit too big of a stick to put your hot dogs on. You might actually have no hot dog when you put it on that stick. And a hamburger, you'd have an awfully big hole in the middle of it. I guess it's like a pig roasting stick or something like that. I don't know the proper name for it. But you can see me setting up the campfire, and I'm kind of getting the logs positioned and kind of just adjusting sort of things and kind of raising the height because, again, every so often I like to take it outside and make sure that the height is kind of proportionate to the person, my character herself. So it makes sense, right? Because you wouldn't have like a bench and then, as scenery rather than an actual bench and it being completely smaller than her, and then you'd be like, how the heck would you sit on that thing? So I'm kind of trying to scale it up a little bit. Although I didn't scale this, usually like I'll save it, drop it on the floor, look at it. I don't think I do save it like that, dropping it on the floor. So I think you see the scale on the final product because, again, when you pull it out, save it, and then open it up again, it's all scattered. And majority of my builds, I do freehand build because I like the freedom of it, and I could get more pieces closer or try to kind of... It makes it easier for me to build, and I'm able to put pieces closer. Like you could see this getting closer, where if it snapped, it probably wouldn't meet up on that. I'm putting, I think, the handle. Yeah, I'm putting the handle right there. So you can turn it. So I build most of my stuff in free mode, so when you see me once in a while, if it's not a super duper big build, I'll put it outside, kind of take a look. Usually what I'll do is I'll take the first few pieces of the item, put it down, and then take it outside and kind of scale it up and then start working on it fully, just so I know where the scale position is according to my character, so it doesn't look out of place. So now I'm putting down some sticks, as you can see, and maybe you know by now what I'm putting down. If you do, leave a comment that you knew. If not, I'm going to wait together. I won't tell you exactly what it's supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to start noticing it right about now. And I started using this, and I think it looks like what it's supposed to be, but I feel like the rounder piece would have looked better. So I think I do adjust it. Even though you're starting to see, I'm pretty sure right now people know what I'm trying to build here. Of course, if you got a campfire, you know what we're trying to build here. I was thinking about building other stuff with this. I was going to build like s'mores and hot dogs and some hamburgers, but I figured a campfire, if you're out camping, you're most likely going to be roasting marshmallows. If you're not, then you're probably confused, like, what the heck are you building right now? But it's supposed to be marshmallows. So I figure either that or like a hot dog would make sense on the stick. So I did go with the marshmallow look, and as you can see, I put a different piece in because I felt like that round piece worked, but I felt like it was too hollow. It had a hole in the middle, and I didn't want to have to sit there a couple pieces and fill it in. So I feel like the rounded shape, kind of like the one I made the stick out of, just a little bit bigger, kind of fit the marshmallow type of a theme here. And you can see me playing with it a little bit here and trying to just adjust the size of it and kind of get it to the right position so it makes sense. Like, maybe people aren't right at the campfire, they're sitting there, but they're like left their marshmallow to roast a little bit over it, so they're leaning it on the rocks or just letting it sit over the fire while they roast it. And then you'll see me adjust it again. I start to, again, like I said, I completely forgot to get the white paint for the marshmallows, so I kind of switch it up, and at the end you'll see exactly what I start doing. And I feel like the choice that I made is a lot better than the first choice that I had. And I don't know if you heard that call go by, but yes, we could hear that call go by. I feel like this choice might have been better. You see me putting the actual stick. Let me know in the comments if you rather like the wooden stick that I was using, or if you like the stick that I'm using right now, like the actual piece of wood, rather than a painted piece of wood that I'm touching right now. And you can see... Do you like it with the branch as because it kind of feels like it would make more sense, right? Rather than a stick in the middle of nowhere, you would have a branch in the middle of nowhere, and you would just put your marshmallows on, you would cook it. And it keeps with that theme of you being in the forest or camping. And I just feel like you wouldn't have a round stick. Unless you brought it from your house, you wouldn't have such a round piece to hold your marshmallow on. You would probably put it on a stick like a normal person. Not saying anybody that brings sticks from their house that looks like wood in the game is not a normal person, but I feel like the average person going to the forest would probably use a stick. Maybe you wouldn't because you're like, ew, that's dirty and it's been on the floor. But again, you can see me setting up some kind of like logs for like benches, people that would be sitting around it. And when we bring it out to the build outside, you'll see that it's a little bit smaller than your average build. So it didn't scale up super well, but it sort of makes sense again because you're not going to be able to sit on it. So the scaling doesn't really make sense. And now you can see I'm kind of brought it back, and now I have to adjust it a little bit, you see, because when you bring it back out of the save, it kind of messes things up, as you can see what's going on right now. So I'm just kind of adjusting it after the save. Now I got the white paint so I can make the marshmallows white, so it kind of looks like, who has marshmallows that are beige? They might not be too good, those marshmallows. They might be, might want them white. So I'm just adjusting everything that got messed up when I saved and then open the object back up. And you can see, there you go, the white touch. I kind of add a couple rocks around and I was like, I don't think so. See, to you guys, the rocks look kind of beige because that's the lighting. But when you bring it outside, it does look like rock surface. It kind of has a grayer look. But when you're building, the lighting makes these rocks look kind of beige-ish. And you can see I'm starting to set up more sticks around it because I'm not really feeling... two people sitting on one log. I'm going to put like a stick in front of each log and put a marshmallow on each of them. I mean, two people could sit on one log together, but I feel like the theme of it would be three people. One person sitting on one log, one person sitting on the other. So you see me adjusting, kind of like, actually right now I'm adjusting. I gave away the plot of it. I'm adjusting just the debris around the campfire, but now you'll start seeing me eventually pick this back up and change it. There you go. So now I'm putting one stick in front of one log, one in front of the other. So three people are just hanging out there, at least what I see. And they're all eating marshmallows. And the other sticks that I put down were just for debris and kind of like an effect look. And so now you see, I kind of figure I would turn some sideways and make it look like, because not everybody's going to put the marshmallow on the stick front ways. Some people are going to put it sideways. Some people are going to put it lopsided. So we do two side sticks and one in the front. And it's three people just hanging out at the campfire and they're just getting their marshmallow s'mores on. Later on, I was going to add some s'mores to it, graham crackers with a little bit of chocolate, but then I opted out of it because then I had to open it again. I was going to have to adjust everything. So I was like, I might not want to adjust this for a second time. Not that it's a super tons of pieces in the build, but it just becomes a little bit annoying that everything moves slightly. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to leave it as a campfire. People get the drift of it. And you can see me setting up, just kind of scaling down everything and just kind of toying with it and giving it a once over and making sure everything is right and everything scale size and dropping pieces in where they used to be. And that's pretty much what we got going on right now. And I think at this point we are good to save it and put in the world. And you'll see it's a little smaller than my character, but again, it's a background piece and not a seat, so it doesn't have to really necessarily be scaled to her size. So when I take it outside, that's what I got. And again, if you like seeing these builds, please leave a comment below. You could also check out my Instagram. My links are all below. And I stream this game every day, Monday through Friday on Twitch, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to 8 o'clock at night. And I appreciate all you guys that followed and subscribed to my channel. You can check out my guides and other builds on my socials and also in the Steam store for this game. I have tons of stuff up. And you can see it seems like it fits. Alrighty, that's what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you for following my channel, and I appreciate you, and you can check out all my links below in the little bottom piece, and that's pretty much it. That's what we got. We got the campfire. It kind of makes sense. It's smaller than her, but again, you can't sit in it, so the scale made sense to me rather than rescaling it and stuff like that. I figured it sort of makes sense. She's small. You're not able to sit on it. The campfire kind of matches her, and if she had some, she got small hands, so those sticks about makes sense, and those marshmallows are kind of small just like she is. So I hope you enjoyed this debris build, and if I said like if you have any comments or you have anything that you want to see me upload to my shop, my creator code's on the bottom left. Say something in the comments and I'll gladly upload something that you might want. So have a good one. See you later.